Giving you end of February to hand over this job. End of February. So you have to see me in the office on Wednesday to give me your timetable and a commitment to hand over this job by the end of February. The Channel Zero, we directed you to remove the caps, which were hand molded. And I've been here more than 8 times, and I directed you that. Now, the problem is my staff. And I'm going to set an example today with what 2026 will be between all of us in doing this job. The staff of the Ministry of Works on site, they have all the powers. Because if a minister or minister representative, comes to site and gives a directive, and so if the contractor is not doing the directive, it is the duty of the staff to do 2 things. One, refuse certificate for the contractor. You refuse to do certificate for the contractor. Then number 2, you will escalate that disobedience to PAM secretary, to the minister, to the head of department. The controller has not done that, and for that, I'm directing the PAM secretary to remove the controller, effective from today, and pushed him to my office to go and learn how to obey instructions. And the PAM secretary will post another controller immediately, who will take over from you and who will learn to obey instructions. It's the same controller that issued certificates to a contractor on palliative work for work not done. For work not done, he issued certificates and we paid. Not to China, but a contractor on this same route. And the commuters were, passing through her. And yet, a controller issued, fraudulent certificates for work not done. And monies were paid. It took me to come to site and force the contractor to do the jobs that he was paid for. And so this will be an example for 2026. It's either we do the job or we face the consequences for it. And so the controller did not have the right to have issued certificates, including those caps that are directed should be removed and they should be reconstructed with paper machine. And so I'm telling China Harbour to remove those caps immediately. That's number 1. Number 2, to immediately begin the concreting of the median. The median, you have to fill it, compact it, and concrete it with 10 cm, reinforcement. You have to camber it a little. Number 3, you need to put solar light throughout the 43 kilometers. And the median, we have 2, light, one left, one, that is 1 pole with 2 distance, 9 meters pole, galvanized. And then the shoulder, outer shoulder, we have 8 meters of, solar light, all are 30 meters. And it will also be 2, throwing here and here because we have residential buildings and commercial buildings on the left. And so that has to commence immediately. Whether it is in your bill or not, we have contingency, we have VOP, we use those funds to achieve this. If you have any problem not doing this from Monday, I need to know. And please, obey us. We gave you the jobs. You are doing a beautiful job, but disobeying us will not be good for us 2026, because we will match our words with action. I have the pleasure to let you know that the President has approved your certificates. It's an NMPC job. And by next week, you'll be paid. But you will be paid if you have, initiated this work. The new controller will report to me on daily basis. So you'll be paid. And I want to also announce to you that the President graciously approved the continuation and completion of all NMPC projects. So don't be afraid to complete your job. Unfortunately, we owe you, but you still have our IPG. But definitely, by next week, you'll receive your certificate paid, provided you have started to do this. Please escalate action on concreting of the remaining shoulders and to complete the remaining 3 kilometers of your work. I beg you. I ask my friend there who obeys me. I'm happy here. Let a smooth relationship. Tomorrow, I'm in Lagos to see the 7th Axia route. I want to believe that you have started some feeling. So, but let me commend you. First, commend Mr. President. The quality of the road we are seeing here is what Nigerians desire. And that is what Nigerians we get from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I work in the office only 2 days every week. The rest of the 5 days, I will be on the field to ensure that the efforts of Mr. President are translated to realities and for the joy of Nigerians. Thank you. We still have about 3 more stops. The SSA to Mr. President. Thank you. You form very serious, part of the great achievement of Mr. President, and also serious partner with Ministry of Works. And so we acknowledge you. And so when we have the rest of the stops, we ask you to, say one thing or the other. The SSA to the President, North Central and then Southeast. I think others will join us as we go. Do you have questions, by the way? Do you have? Okay. The representative of director that is in charge of this, project. That's the Rehabilitation and Construction Department of Ministry of Works. The history of this project is that we have 43 kilometers of roads, realized, awarded to China Harbour by the previous administration at a total cost of 73 billion. When we came on board, the job had not been done up to 2%. And so we decided to redesign the job. And because of price escalation occasioned by the removal of fuel subsidy and floating of the Naira, it became impossible for them to, do the 2 carriageway, which is 86 kilometers with 73 billion. And they were also very slow. There was challenges of delayed payments of generated certificate by NMPC. And so what we did was to review the job, to ask China Harbour, phase 1 carriageway of 43 kilometers plus extra 1 kilometer, on Abuja bound. And so, at a contract sum of 73 billion. And then they were still very slow about the job. So we encountered a lot of, concerns about, the deplorable situation of the Abuja bound, with traffics sometimes up to 7 hours on Abuja bound. And so what we decided was to, section the remaining, we gave out 2 kilometers of the remaining 42 kilometers to H&M to fully construct using the same method that China Harbour is using under emergency procurement, remaining 40 kilometers. And then we invited H&M again to take additional 20 kilometers, and construct under emergency construction to lessen the problems of the, commuters. And then we brought JRB. We made it very clear that we didn't have immediate funding because the NMPC was, transiting out of the project, which the president approved, by August 1st. And so we told JRB and the H&M, if you will be constructing immediately, and then when we are paid, and then we will pay you. So we gave 20 kilometers to JRB and 20 kilometers to H&M in addition to his 2 kilometers. Now, from what we have seen, JRB has completed about 5 kilometers, leaving 15 kilometers, and is working in about 4 sections. I have seen the little work that H&M did in the first 2 kilometers, under emergency distance, which we have funding for. But I'm not happy with the quality of his work for this 2 kilometers. For the other 20 kilometers, he has done nothing. And so I'm directing you to withdraw the award letter on the 20 kilometers of H&M immediately with effect from today, and invite H&M to our office for meeting on the remaining 2 kilometers. If we will not complete the remaining 2 kilometers within the next 2 weeks, I will also terminate the job. So the 20 kilometers to H&M is terminated, and is irrevocably terminated. And so you have to, in your department, look for a contractor who can undertake to complete the job within 6 months, and then not minding our, funding method, but be sure that the president has directed that this will be adequately, funded. This is very important. And then, sir, you have to talk to your, the director, head of your director. You need to deploy new sets of engineers to come and they be on this job. This location, we should open the drainage. You should have to force China Harbour to open the drainage so that, we should be able to do the right thing. Remove the caps and use machine to lay the caps, and then concrete the medians. And of course, I will engage the SSA on, community engagement to discuss with them on how they can plant trees for us, and then maintain the trees, in most of our federal highways. So, sir, I am directing you, and I will fight if within 2 weeks we don't see reasonable action on this project. Within 2 weeks. And then infraction from the contractors, I need to know. Okay? If JRB can, not interfere with what he's doing in the other section, and can take this 20 kilometers in this section, and within 1 week, expose, construction in not less than 4 sections in this 20 kilometers, then I advise that you go and discuss with the head of department and PEM secretary, and then give the job to him. The most important thing is the welfare of the people. That's very important. And so I have directed, and we have to Kaduna Road. Do you have questions, please? Let me also appeal to Federal Road Safety. I've been appealing to them, and I don't want to fight them. Our federal roads are taken over by traders and by commuters parking their vehicles on our roads. It should not be. Is it that we don't have federal road safety in capital city, in Nasarawa state? It should not be. It should not be. They shouldn't go to where there is no traffic and then block the road. If I continue to hammer on this, then I will make a memo to the president about that. So they should clear our federal roads, of, commuters, parking of vehicles, and traders. This is very important. That is their work, and they should do that. That is the major cause of, sufferings of commuters, major source of accident, and major source of insecurity. They should do this. And let me appeal to the users of this road. Within the next 2 weeks, you will see a different, commitment from Federal Ministry of Works. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Engineer Chukuma Kalu. I'm the engineer's representative on the project. We are right now on the reconstruction, completion of the outstanding sections of Abuja-Kaduna Road. And then it's sectionalized into Section 1 and Section 2. We are right now at Section 1. Section 1 has a total length of 40.5 kilometers by 2, out of which we have completed a total of 36 kilometers on concrete. And then it also has an asphalt component in Kano, 6.63 kilometers by 2 roads to the airport, which has been completed and marked. And then we have another 17.32 kilometer section, which we have now in Kano. And then we have 2 sections of 15 kilometers asphalt where the former contractor stopped at Binder. We have completed those 2 sections up to wearing course, and we have totally marked one in Kaduna. The other one is on the road from Zaria to Kano, which we are marking now. We have completed it fully. Then on the concrete, we have...
When are you finishing the wearing?
No, it's completed. It's just the road marking, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Then on the concrete, we have done about 12 kilometers on concrete, most of which are in Kaduna. When we get there, you see the section where they are working. And then the Honorable Minister has directed that we mill the entire right-hand side of the road to make it motorable so that commuters can drive freely and without much discomfort to Kaduna. Right now, we are on that. We have done about 30 kilometers of it out of a total of 69 kilometers available for us to mill. So right now, the milling is still going on, and then the concrete work is still going on. And we are looking forward to making sure that by the end of April, as the contract period, at least Section 1 of the contract. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Perfect.